mean, there's no tazkiyah without these 30 things. What was the first one? Prayer, right? How could somebody achieve a good heart if you don't pray salah? Salah is very important. Even wazaif, if you all know what wazaif is spiritual prescriptions. Sometimes you find them in the hadith or Quran, or sometimes the ulama, they prescribe something, which you recite this that many times, and that's also a true thing in our deen called wazaif. Wazaif means spiritual prescription. It could either be from Allah, from the Prophet ﷺ, or the Sahaba, or the Tabi'een, or from the pious. But the wazaif only work if you pray salah. That's why we have counseling. People come to us at our offices, at the masjid office for counseling, and people tell us of their problems. Like, oh, we have this problem, I have this problem going on, this is not working out, all these issues. We ask them, do you pray salah? And they say, we don't pray salah. So we say the root problem is that you don't pray. You don't pray salah. And even wazaif don't work if you don't pray salah. So that was something we mentioned last time, inshallah. Hopefully everyone has become punctual on their salah. Right? Masajid are filling up now. So at your local masajid, they should start filling up. The purpose of giving a lecture is that we have to act upon what is being said, right? Or else it's a proof against us. May Allah give all of us tawfiq. No one should be from us who's namazi, somebody who doesn't pray salah. Allah mahfazna, Allah protect us from that. That in our children there's someone who doesn't pray salah. So make it salah is the most important thing. And then this Ramadan, gain that energy. Start going to the masjid, develop that connection. And then after Ramadan, that connection should just continue. Try to do at least, if you work 8 to 5, do at least 2 prayers at the masjid, right? If you work 8 to 5. So today's second principle is zakat. The second thing Imam Ghazali rahimahullah mentioned is zakat and the payment of zakat. So this is very important. It's a pillar of Islam. Every Muslim who has the wealth should pay their zakat. It's a pillar of Islam. There's no way around it. So the way you do it is that you just select one date of the year, just one date, and pay your zakat. It could be Ramadan 1. Just select that date and then look at your account, look at your savings, look at all the money you have under your bed or wherever you keep it. Don't reveal it here. Okay, wherever you keep your money, under the bed, under the mattress, and then you add all that up. And your savings account, if you have gold and silver, add that. If you have products to be sold, you add that. And then you just take 2.5% of that, it goes to zakat. It goes to the poor, fuqara. The zakat money doesn't come to the masjid to build masajid and madaris, by the way. It only goes to relieve the poor. Okay? So you have to get it to them. You have to ensure that it gets to them. So you should pay that. If somebody, for example, if being rich meant you only have $100, you owe how much? From $100, you only owe $2.50. Is that too much? It's the haqq, it's the right of the poor. Ghazali rahimahullah, subhanAllah, he explains all this very amazing fashion. He says that when you give your zakat, you should give it happily, wholeheartedly. You should do it with a smile. You should do it in secret, right? Charity between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he says you should also give more. He also brings a hadith from Musnad Ahmad. He says that people who have a lot of wealth, that it'll be destruction for you because you have too much money. Except that if you keep giving charities. So people who have more wealth, if you think that you have more than necessary, then you should be just someone who always gives. Give, not just in zakat, but beyond zakat, sadaqat. Sometimes other things become obligatory. The neighboring needs of people or institutions around us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us. Also sadaqah, the root word of sadaqah, it means truth, sadaqah. So it means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who gives sadaqah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows that you're truthful in your belief, in your claim that you believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Zakat is also called sadaqah. When the ayah of the Quran says, إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَى, the word sadaqah, over there means zakat. So inshallah, let us give that sadaqah. Also, Imam Ghazali rahimahullah says, when you're giving your zakat to the poor person, don't think that you're doing him a favor. You're doing yourself a favor. Right? You're doing yourself a favor because he's benefited you. Because now you got rid of your ailment of stinginess. Also, you're able to fulfill God's obligation by giving him the money. So whenever you give charity, don't think you're benefiting the people around you. You're actually helping yourself. Then there's so many ahadith. Imam Ghazali rahimahullah has written a whole book called Fadail Sadaqat. A whole book is about 400 or 500 pages of all hadith to tell you about zakat. Think of charities that we give. If Allah mahfaz and Allah protect us, that we're stuck on Yawm al-Qiyamah because of our deeds. But if somebody is stuck, your zakat, your sadaqat that you've given will come to your rescue. Also, ida sadaqat tudfi'u ghadab al-Rabb. When you give charities, it extinguishes the anger of your Lord. So many benefits. We should constantly give sadaqat. It doesn't matter the amount. It matters the quality. If you give sincerely, that $1 that's given sincerely is much superior to thousands of dollars that's insincere, or you did it out of show off. Make sense? So everybody has a dollar, right? If you own $5, then you just give the dollar. I'm saying maybe you don't own, and some of our mashayikh, they love zakat so much, even if they didn't have enough money to give zakat, meaning they didn't have the threshold, the nisab. They were poor. The mashayikh were poor, but they still loved zakat, so they still kept their Ramadan, their date of Ramadan. Ramadan time came up, they probably had only $100. You don't owe zakat because you're a poor person. They still gave $2.50 because they wanted to be part of the worship. Okay, so everyone make a habit. If you don't know how to give it, you don't know what I mean by that date and how does it work, you've never done it before, inshallah sit with the imams and they will tell you, and inshallah pay it and give extra sadaqat. Whatever we give in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's what we truly own. That's what we truly own. What we consume, all the money and things that we consume, we don't own that because you consumed it. And what you leave, it'll just be left. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us courageousness in terms of giving. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Ajmeen, Ameen.